So what's up guys, welcome back to another video on Data Life Season 6. Sorry for being late, I know it took me an eternity to make the second part. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get straight into it. In the previous episode, we get to know that after the final battle ended between Mio and Westcott, Shido and the other spirits were living a peaceful life until they discovered that they had been living in an artificial world, which was created by Toka. It was hard to believe for them, but when Kurumi told Shido to use Zafkiel to see the truth of this world, he was shocked to see that after the death of Mio and Westcott, Toka absorbed Mio's Saphira crystal and made this world. But since Mio is already dead and this world is created by using her power, so this world will also destroy itself soon. And since the creator was Toka, so she will also die along with this world. Now, let's get into the episode 2.
What the hell are you saying, Shido? Agreement. What does this mean?
An hour had passed since Kurumi visited Shido and the others, and Kotori had called all the spirits to Fraxinus to explain the dire situation.
Explain in more detail.
Shido then recounted how Toka had taken Mio's Saphira crystal just as it was about to vanish. He also revealed that if things continued as they were, Toka would perish along with this world.
It just as he says. I thought it was a bad joke at first. But Shido has already confirmed this with Zafkiel.
Why would Toka do such a thing?
I don't know, but I don't think that Toka would do such a thing without a reason.
Let's organize what has just been said. Toka took Mio's Saphira crystal in the original world and used it to create this world. But this world has a time limit, and if left alone it will destroy itself. We must let Toka release her control over Mio's Saphira crystal as soon as possible and return the world to its original state. For this reason, it is important to know Toka's goal.
Toka's goal? When it comes to that,
Guess. Something like wanting to eat until the stomach is about to burst?
That seems to be just like Toka. But it's impossible to rewrite the world for that reason. Besides, that could have already been done in the original world.
Wouldn't it be better to ask Toka directly?
Certainly, a method that was too simple couldn't be used for capture. But since the opponent was Toka, he couldn't deny that this method may be effective.
Certainly, if it can't be helped, we may have to do that as the last resort. After all, we don't even know if Toka has discovered that we found out the truth of this world.
You're right, we can't just do nothing. First, let's secretly test Toka.
I was curious what my sisters were doing at this hour, but it seems you're conspiring to destroy my world?
This voice? Toka.
As Shido called out her name, the space at the center of the round table began to distort. From there, a girl with long, night-colored hair appeared. But the usual innocence in her eyes was gone, replaced by a cold, icy demeanor.
Don't concern yourself with how I got here. Just stay lost in your dreams.
Her tone and aura were completely different from Toka's, leaving Shido speechless, until he realized what was happening.
Impossible inverse?
So it's you, not the usual Toka, who rewrote the world.
As Origami asked with a cautious expression, Inverse Toka faintly narrowed her eyes, as if confirming the assumption. At that moment, Shido realized that it wasn't Toka who had rewritten the world, but her inverse form. However, this realization didn't bring any clarity. Even if it wasn't Toka's intention, Shido still couldn't grasp Inverse Toka's true goal.
Now that the person herself has appeared this early in the story, I'll get straight to the topic. What is your goal? Why did you want to do that?
Indeed, this was their last resort, but the circumstances had changed now that their plans were exposed. There was no longer any reason to be cautious. Perhaps she believed there was no option left, but to ask the question directly.
What, it doesn't feel that bad holding the entire world within my hands.
What did you say?
I saw the death of the woman who was my mother through Toka's eyes. Even though I hate that woman, her power is a different matter. Since it was about to disappear anyway, there was no problems for me to use it.
After hearing her words, Shido wondered whether this was truly the reason, or merely an attempt to deceive everyone to hide another goal.
Well, this has already become my world, and you can't do nothing to change it.
Inverse Toka then quickly raised her right hand. Kotori believed that Inverse Toka would attempt to reset everyone's memories once more, and right at that moment, instantly, the figure of Inverse Toka floating in the air distorted and disappeared into the air.
What is she going to do? We should be hindrances to her.
The possibilities that can be thought of are generally divided into three. First,
We are completely worthless to her. It may be humiliating, but this is the most welcome result for us.
Well, that's true. What next?
Second, she has already erased specific memories from our minds, but her power made us think that nothing had happened. But it should be possible to immediately check Raziel to see if any significant changes have occurred. If she really altered our memories, it should have already removed the suspicion that we are holding right now.
I see.
The third possibility is that she let us go, meaning that the actions we're expected to take have some relevance to her goals.
Anyway, her goal is still unknown, but there is one thing that is certain now that the other side, its identity has been revealed. If so, there is only one thing we should do, right, Shido?
Listening to her words and looking into her eyes, Shido quickly understood everything.
No matter how powerful the opponent, as long as it is a spirit, you should be able to seal that power. And so, you just have to seal Mio's power that has been forcibly taken into Toka's body.
Can the world really be restored? And will Toka's self-destruction truly be averted?
Yeah, although it may be necessary to add a, perhaps considering how unreliable this situation is. In order to seal Toka's power, take her on date and make her fall in love. Now, let's begin our date.
The next morning, Shido stood in front of room 410 of the Spirit Mansion, Toka's room, wearing the latest communication device around his neck.
Well then, hurry up, Shido. She is indeed powerful, but the story has only just begun. If you proceed with the date as usual, there shouldn't be any problems.
I see. I understand now.
After ringing the doorbell again, there was still no response. Not even the faintest footsteps approaching.
No one home?
That's impossible. Toka's presence is definitely still coming from within the house. If you think about it, maybe she, still sleeping or simply ignoring you.
As Shido reached for the doorknob, he found it was unlocked.
What? Then it's just as I thought. She's still sleeping? But we're not talking about the usual Toka. Maybe Inverse Toka doesn't have the habit of locking doors.
All right, then I'll go check. If she's still asleep, I'll wait for her to wake up. Hey, Toka, are you in?
The sound was coming from the bathroom.
Ah, there you are. You had me worried when I found the door open. Is everything all right?
So it is you. What a noisy and rude human.
Shido quickly looked away, blushing furiously, as Inverse Toka stepped out of the bathroom wearing not a single stitch of clothing.
With great difficulty, I let you all go. Are you still not satisfied? But that doesn't matter now. Life, body, memories chose which one you want to discard.
Please wait a minute and listen. I came to invite you on a date today.
She grabbed Shido's collar, pulling him closer to herself.
Date. You said you want to go on a date. All right. I'll accompany you just this once.
Really? You're serious about going on a date with me today?
Of course, getting this consent was his goal from the very beginning, but he didn't think she would accept it so easily.
But this boorishness won't be permitted.
And after saying that, Inverse Toka destroyed the hidden communicator that Shido was using to communicate with Kotori.
You're the one who invited me on a date. Don't rely on such foolhardy tricks and use your own means to entertain me.
Shido, please respond. Please.
Suddenly her phone rang. For a brief moment, Kotori thought it might be Shido, but the name on the screen was unexpected.
What is it, Kurumi? Sorry, but I'm quite busy right now.
Please rest assured, Shido is safe. It seems the date with Toka has been arranged. The destruction of the camera and communicator is merely to prevent you all from interfering with the date.
Kotori guessed that Kurumi might have used Raziel to get information about Shido's condition.
I really appreciate you only got that angel recently.
The matter is not only that. Kotori, please come to the location I'm about to tell you alone.
What do you mean?
Haven't you already confirmed it with Raziel? In the middle of the operation right now.
Yeah, I know. But know that all of your ears and eyes have been destroyed. The only thing you can do is stand there, right? If that's the case, can't you accompany me for a while?
Even if that is the case, for the commander to leave her post.
Even if I said it was for the sake of Shido and Toka's date?
What did you say?
So human, say it once more.
From now on, can we go on a date together?
Ooh,
Suddenly, Shido noticed that the voice of Verse Toka had changed, recognizing it as the usual way Toka spoke.
Toka, is that really you?
What's wrong, Shido? Of course it's me.
Haha, I see. It's really you, Toka.
Yeah, what were you talking about?
As if noticing something, Toka slowly lowered her eyes. She was now realizing that she wasn't wearing anything.
What's this, Shido? Why am I like this right now?
Toka, you did this yourself, didn't you?
Don't say that, idiot. If I removed my own clothes, I wouldn't forget it. Ha! Could it be that Haniel was used on my clothes?
And no, that's a false accusation.
I don't quite know what this means, but if you say so, Shido, I'll believe you.
Regardless, he couldn't afford to leave Toka in this state. Shido quickly went to the bathroom and brought back a large bath towel to cover Toka's body.
Ooh, thank you, Shido.
Don't mention it. Hurry up and dry yourself, and change your clothes.
It has been a long time since our last date.
It's supposed to be around here.
Kotori had descended from Fraxinus and made her way to a corner of a natural park on the outskirts of Tengu City.
Isn't that Kotori over there? Mukuro? What are you doing here? I received a call from Kurumi. She said, if you wish to assist Mr. Shido and Toka, head to this designated location. The contents of the call were just as Kotori had experienced. It appeared both Mukuro and Kotori had been summoned by Kurumi. Shortly after, other spirits began arriving at the same gathering spot, including Miku. Kurumi had mentioned that she wanted to speak with her privately, perhaps about their future relationship.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
One after another, the spirits began to gather at the park. Yoshino, Natsumi, the Yamai twins, Origami, and a still half-asleep Nia, despite the fact that it was now morning. All the spirits, except for Toka and Kurumi, were now present, and the total number of them totaled 9, in this deserted natural park.
This is really suspicious. She told me to come alone, yet here we all are. Why would Kurumi want to gather everyone like this? Please, don't be so suspicious. I've been expecting you all. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad all of you could gather here without missing a single person.
Greetings are good, but starting from now, let's talk business. What was your reason for gathering us together? Why did you call us one by one?
And is it true that this concerns Shido and Toka? My, what an impatient young lady. You can't become a mature lady without allowing a bit more time for composure. Now then, let me explain to you one by one. First of all, there is a need to gather everyone together. This is to ensure that Shido and Toka's date is successful. And the reason for why I've gathered you all separately is very simply. After all, it would be strange to get along so friendly with opponents you will be fighting on the battlefield from now on.
We'll fight. Us? What the hell are you talking about, Kurumi? Did you lose your mind from swallowing the wrong medicine?
Regrettably, I'm very much sane. If I had gone mad, my life would be a bit more carefree right now. Let's talk in order. First of all, Toka-san's condition is worse than you think. Soon, her body will destroy the world by itself. It may be difficult to even finish the date with Shido.
Faced with those sudden words, Kotori and the others couldn't help but hold their breath in. They had already known that Toka's life was in danger, but they hadn't expected the deadline to be so urgent.
I don't want this world to come to an end, and the only person in this world that could stop Toka is Shido. But even for Shido, achieving this would be difficult if there isn't enough time.
Oh, I see. So that's what you meant by fighting.
It helps that you can understand so quickly.
Yes, we've all experienced it before. When an angel or astral dress is manifested, it draws on the spirit power, or Reiryoku, within our bodies. However, this Reiryoku doesn't just disappear, it instead circulates into the surrounding space. However, in the current world, under Toka's control, the Reiryoku we release is not just absorbed, but by the world itself, which could potentially extend its lifespan. The most efficient method to consume Reiryoku is through summoning angels and fighting one another.
And there you have it. A perfect answer. Can everyone understand that? The battle should be conducted through the summoning of angels and astral dresses. Why don't we set the elimination condition, so that anyone whose Reiryoku is exhausted to the point where they can no longer summon their angel or astral dress is out of the battle? Of course, since the goal is to release Reiryoku, it is strictly forbidden to attack an unprotected opponent.
What's the matter, Natsumi? I have no issue about releasing my Reiryoku to help this world survive. But I am absolutely weak, so I would like not to fight if possible. Is there a more peaceful way? Is it okay to shoot out our Reiryoku little by little?
That won't do. I won't be able to squeeze my Reiryoku to the limit in such a manner. Besides, isn't boring to just do that?
So you are finally telling the truth, you brute. If it was only to disperse out Reiryoku, there would be no need to do something as dangerous as that.
Even though it is for the sake of saving the world, everyone shares a good relationship with each other. There is a possibility some might hold back during the battle. So to truly clash with angels, we may need an additional motivation, something that stirs the heart. If I were to describe it, that would be a reward.
Reward? What would be good for a reward? If Ratatosker can help prepare, I can arrange that.
There's no need to bother Kotori. As far as I know, none of you have properly conveyed your true feelings to Shido. In that case, isn't this the perfect opportunity? Regardless of the response, having the chance to confess puts you one step ahead of everyone else when it comes to Shido-san, who has always remained vague on these matters. Surely that's enough motivation to risk everything for the chance to win his heart, isn't it? That's right. The winner of this battle royal will get the right to confess her love to Shido. How about that?
So by the end of this episode, we get to know that Shido and the other spirits have been living in an artificial world, which they thought was created by Toka, but in reality, it was her inverse form which created that world. After Inverse Toka finds out that Shido and the spirits have discovered the truth of this world, she briefly shows up in Fraxinus meeting hall, but disappears after saying that this has already become my world and you can't do nothing to change it. Then Kotori suggests Shido to date Toka so he can seal the power of Mio's crystal and prevent Toka's self-destruction. But the catch here is that the world is about to collapse very soon, and it might even be difficult to finish the date before the world destroys itself. So, to increase the time limit of this world, Kurumi suggested the spirits to fight each other, which will expend their spirit power and the Toka's world can absorb it. So what do you guys think? Who's gonna win this battle royale? And will Shido be able to successfully seal the power of Inverse Toka? Well, we will find that out in upcoming episodes. If you enjoyed this video and want to appreciate my efforts, please leave a like on this video so it can reach more Data Life fans. Share it with your fellow Data Life friends so they can also catch up. With that being said, that's all for today's episode and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye, take care, and stay icy.